And Marc-Andre Fleury's game is getting better. What a shock. Done that a few times in his career.
Definitely not a moment too large for the veteran goaltender as we head down the stretch. The Wild start play tonight.
Get used to the systems. They'll see the linesman there just welcome into the National Hockey League. And very exciting for this young Russian star.
Regenda tried to play it up the wall. It deflects ahead. A long deflected shot by Johnston. Tied up by Kaprizov along the end boards. Got it to Vetrano, who's one of the hotter scorers for the Ducks. 5 points in his last 7 games. 10 points in 11 against the Wild. Hartman out front and a sliding save by Dostal.
Cough off pucks. Kirill Kaprizov right underneath the stick of Fowler. Gets it to Hartman, who's got 2 goals in his last 2 games. Great push with the right leg there, recognizing Hartman was going to try to jam it on the far side as quick as he could, and then
Gudis across for Lacombe. The former Gopher defenseman carries into the Minnesota zone, dropped it back for a shot right on by Strome. Handed it off there, was relayed out to center by Regenda, picked up by Johnston into the Minnesota zone. Faber knocked it off his stick, but it's recovered and fired on goal by Grew, knocked away by Fleury.
He's right out there. He's bang on with his D-zone coverage right there, and that's a lot of the video work that the assistant coaches would have done with him, along with maybe number 97.
Minus 30 for the defenseman. He turns it over. Lucchini moves in for Minnesota. Lucchini to Shaw drive, and a blocker save by Dostal. Boldy moving up high in the zone. Hands it off to Merrill. Chisholm with it. A long shot tipped out front. Save Dostal. Vetrano plays it into the corner. Out to the line. Zellweger in for a shot saved by Fleury. He lost the handle on it as he tried to move to the slot. Grew at center ice. Out of the head to Regenda. His shot kicked to the corner. Zuccarello around behind for Middleton.
This is a line here.
Minyakov to Johnston. Grew tried to get it back to Johnston, moving toward the net. Johnston up high on his backhand to Zellweger. Down low, Regenda, a shot knocked down by Fleury. And Rossi starts it back for Minnesota. In the skates of Zuccarello, he settles it down and flips it in. Rossi in on the forecheck. Ties up there with Zellweger. Zuccarello for Brodin. He's able to duck past a check. In behind for Rossi. Out to the line, Bogosian, a shot. He scores!
From low to high. Great job on the forecheck here by Marco Rossi. F2 nice and close. Matt Zuccarello. Extra battles along the bottom here, getting the defenseman involved. Winger for the Anaheim Ducks goes out to block the shot. Regenda, and it doesn't hit him, and their goaltender, by the time Dostal picks that puck up after it goes by the Duck winger, it's too late. It's on.
Kaprizov to Boldy. Down low, Zuccarello out to Faber, a shot, and it's held by Dostal. Zuccarello back for Faber. Kaprizov to Zuccarello. Waits, fires, and a save by Dostal with 35 seconds left. Johansson back to Chisholm, across for Rossi. Rossi looking, waiting, backpedals to the corner, feeds it out to Chisholm. Chisholm a shot and a glove save by Dostal. Back to Johansson. Circles around behind the net with it. 5-on-5 in St. Paul. 2.5 minutes to go in the period. Gaudreau with a shot, and it's gloved by Dostal.
And give a good fight. It's been a good, solid, tight checking, really tight checking first period here.
Circles back into his own zone. Lacombe across to Fowler. There's a chance driving in, and a kick saved by Fleury denies Leeson. The Wild start back with Boldy. He gives to Hartman. Hartman centers. They score! Kaprizov with the deflection. The hottest goal scorer in the NHL strikes again. It's 2-0 Minnesota.
10 seconds before you get a save like that at the other end. Huge save by Marc-Andre Fleury. Nice puck protection there by Matt Boldy. That's the play right there. And then Ryan Hartman with a nasty little saucer pass to hit Kirill Kaprizov for the slam dunk on the back door.
Zuccarello to Faber in the middle. Back for Zuccarello. Kaprizov centers. A tip by Hartman, kicked away by Nostal.
Now if you're the Wild, you want to take your time and make the good smart play. You've got the Killers dead tired right now.
Boldy. Zuccarello to Kaprizov, and he could not redirect. Kaprizov out of the corner. Out to Boldy. Back to Kaprizov. Faber leaves for Boldy. Carries down low. Kaprizov with it. Through the circle. Back to Boldy. Out from behind the net. A lot of time in the zone for Minnesota. Hartman a shot. Kicked away by Nostal. Zuccarello into the middle. Hartman tied up. Couldn't get the shot away. 10 in the power play. Faber with it. Back in the middle. Boldy. Boldy moves in on the backhand. Cuts to the middle. A shot and a save by Nostal.
Ryan Hartman. And then Matt Boldy with his trademark move of pulling the puck. Wild have held the Anaheim Ducks to 8 shots so far, almost halfway through this game. Great back pressure, doing an outstanding job keeping everything on the outside.
But Toronto controls. Wild will celebrate St. Patrick's Day weekend in St. Louis. A big battle with the Blues. Sends it up the board, scooped up by Kaprizov. He leads the charge the other way. Zuccarello with him at the line. Kaprizov back to Rossi, and a save by Nostal. Out to Brodin, a shot, and that's deflected wide. Good battle by Lettieri, creates a loose puck. Shaw back to Lettieri, tried to center, and Hustadinov was tied up out front. Chisholm goes cross ice. Kaprizov couldn't quite catch it cleanly. Catches up with it in the corner. Feeds the line. Chisholm a shot. Saved Dostal. Another on the ice right here. Jackson Lacombe, former Minnesota Gopher. Kaprizov cuts in, and his backhander saved by Dostal as he makes a bid for another. Back to Kaprizov. Hands it off to Hartman. Leaves for Bogosian. Bogosian centers. Kaprizov denied by Dostal.
His third goal earlier. Great vision on the back door, finding Kirill Kaprizov. And the Minnesota Wild here, they got the mixer going in the offensive zone, pretty much doing whatever they want, not just the top line, but all, every line that's going. You can tell every time he gets on the ice, the fans in the building are on the edge of their seats. It's just fun to watch a player when he's in his zone like this, regardless of what sport it is. Why he does what he does.
Comes in handy to be a good conversationalist. You can visit with the post for a while the puck's in the other end.
Well, he does that quite often too. Not sure if he.
Here he has to hold his ground, and they score. He was trying to hug the post to seal it off.
Off of the rush here. Regenda just dropping his shoulder, getting down to the front of the paint here, and that's Ross Johnson just pounding away at the front of the net. Giroux does a nice job of getting to the paint. Chisholm can't find his stick to be able to help, and Marc-Andre Fleury could not use the weight up against his post to be able to stay onto that post to keep it out.
So they call it a good goal. Now Hines could challenge this for goaltender interference because it does look like the stick makes contact with Fleury's pad and potentially drive.
After further review, it was determined that the play was offsides prior to the goal.
The goal waved off. Strome controls. Zuccarello up high in the zone. A shot, tip, rebound chance for Johansson, and a save by Dostal.
Yeah,
good stick by Zuccarello. Knocks it away from Terry. Zuccarello to Rossi off the post, and they score on the rebound. Now it's waved off.
This is the play right here. Hits the post on the far side, hits the goalie in the back, and I'm assuming it's just sitting there right now and just kind of squirts out. Foligno caught it with his skates, but that could be what the referee saw, but you're going to have a heck of an eye right there to see that live, although he is in good position watching the play. And you see Marcus Foligno, there's the kick right there. The referee 15 feet behind him.
He didn't signal that it was a kick that was the reason for the wave off, but we obviously can't hear what the explanation is. The officials are. The Wild will improve to 5-0-1 in their last 6. And with this victory, the Wild are back within 4 points of the final playoff spot in the West. It's a 2-0 shutout for Marc-Andre Fleury.